Here we are then, here we are in Varanasi. Lovely, busy, chaotic Varanasi. Yeah, I arrived last night, 24-hour bus from Kathmandu. That's not a 24-hour service, that's a 24-hour journey. Yeah, so I arrived last night, pretty tired after that bus journey. Arrived at my accommodation. Went for a little wander last night. I'm in an area called Asi Ghat. Ghat, if you don't know, spelled G-H-A-T. Different areas along the river Ganges, basically just stairways down to the Ganges. Each one's got its own name. I'll go and explore some of the others over the coming days and weeks. Yeah, so I went for a wander last night when I arrived and it was dark. Yeah, I was walking down this alleyway, it's pitch black, and I put the torch on my phone partway down. The whole floor is wet, it had been raining here during the day, evidently. It was a bit slippery and I was like, you don't know what's on the floor here. So I turned on my light, yeah, there was just cow shit everywhere, and then cows as well, just cows sat in the darkness. Luckily I hadn't bumped into one before I put the torch on. So yeah, I did, and they were there, the whole alleyway lit up with life that wasn't seen before. Yeah, so I had some food last night, and then today I kind of got to know my owners, the people who own me, the owners of the accommodation here. So I'm on the rooftop right now, and yeah, so I got to know the owners of the place. They invited me into the living room. So that's kind of like a little temple area. Like, this is part of my accommodation, this temple here. It's quite cool. I don't know much about it yet, but yeah, it's obviously an old building. The guy said he's like owned this place since the late 90s. Yeah, I don't know how long it was here before that. It's really old, it's super simple, it's really cheap. It's 250 rupees a day, which is not much at all. So yeah, he invited me into his living room. I met his wife, she made me tea. I met his son, had a conversation with his son. Canadian lady wandered in, and yeah, everyone just kind of treats it like their home here. Like their home is our home. It's really nice. The Canadian lady speaks like perfect Hindi and Urdu and some other, I think, Punjabi as well. She's lived here on and off for 15, 20 years. And yeah, I've just checked out a bit of the local area today. I went down to the riverside, really nice area, like looking out onto the river, all the boats. And all the all the crazy action that goes down there. Like, the thing I love most about Varanasi is you just stand anywhere, just sit down anywhere, stand somewhere and just watch what goes by. I mean, this is just kind of a bit of a busy area, like just for cars and things. You know, you still see cool stuff here, but as you get more down to the river, like the cars can't fit down there, the alleyways are too small. So it's a bit quieter as far as the honking of the horns go. Yeah, you just see so many crazy things, just animals, people of all kinds. It's funny, just earlier today I saw like a row of monks, like five monks in the orange outfits, and it like looking down from this roof. It reminded me of the old GTA games, like the old bird's eye view GTA, where you used to see the monks and just try and run them all over and you get bonus points. Or did you get bonus points? Was it just for the fun of it? I don't know. Anyway, you shouldn't run over monks, don't do that. Yeah, so here I am in India. The visa was a pain to get. I was living in Pokhara in Nepal, and I was hoping to just go straight from Pokhara overland to get to India, but yeah, the visas were a bit of a pain. I had to go to Kathmandu, which was, you know, an 8-hour bus ride from where I was to elsewhere in Nepal, and wait around for a week while the India visa was processed. 3-stage process going back and forth. I nearly missed the last stage as well. I was out for lunch in a different area of Kathmandu on the last day. I ordered like a motorbike taxi thing, kind of like Uber, but you know, like they got their own little app for it. So a motorbike was coming to pick me up to take me to the visa office. He was super late. He was 20 minutes late or something, and so he arrived and I jump on the back. They don't give you a helmet or anything, you know, you're just on the back. And I was like, I need to get there now, kind of thing. And we're like half an hour away. So we're just rushing through Kathmandu city. It was nuts, and it was rush hour. It was 4:30 or something in the afternoon. Oh, it was crazy, and the roads were so busy. We'd turn a corner and it was just gridlock traffic, just a haze, and just honking horns, and just nothing was moving, just gridlock. And so we'd turn around and then zoom off down alleyways, which just bumping. You know, these aren't nicely paved surfaces, so we're bumping around. I'm jumping out of my seat on the back of the motorbike, flying between animals and people and various forms of transport. Yeah, and we get there eventually. We get there, it was 6 minutes past 5 and the place was shut. The gate was shut, the lights were off, so I banged on the gate and the security guard let me in. I said I just need to pick up my passport, and I ran to the office window. Yeah, there was someone there, the lights were off, but there was someone there, and so they gave me the passport, so it was all good. I don't think it would have been the end of the world if I couldn't have got it then. Maybe I could have got it the next day, but I was planning to get the bus the next day to India. I paid the motorbike driver after I came back out with my passport. I just dived off and I was like, wait here, and just ran off into the immigration place. So yeah, he just had to wait for me. yeah, so what's next? My cousin arrives in a few days, so I'm on my own for a few days, and then my cousin Andy arrives. That'll be interesting. That'll provide its own new dynamic. So it's a strange series of events, really, because the novel that I'm writing is somewhat based on my own life, but somewhat fictional. And the fictional part are set here in Varanasi, which is why I've come back. I've been here before. And the fictional part is set here with me and him in this meditation retreat, and we leave and we go on this kind of adventure kind of thing through Varanasi. Now what's happening is, this is totally unplanned, spontaneous, like Andy's got to leave Australia for his visa, whatever, blah, and he's now coming here, and we're going to go to a meditation retreat together, and we're going to both be here for the Holi festival, the coloured powder festival that India has, all of which is in my fictional writing. So now I've got this strange case coming up of reality meeting the fiction, and I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. Maybe I'll get new material from reality that's better than what I've written for fiction. Maybe my book will be better than what happened. Who knows? It could go either way. Most of my book is playing with the idea of what is reality and what is fiction anyway. It's part of it. It's playing with and well, exploring with the human mind in a way. It's exploring dreams, and it's exploring meditation, it's exploring memories, what makes them real. I'm just kind of playing with that stuff. I'm not going to go into it too much, but so it's just perfect. It fits so well with the themes that I'm kind of playing with and exploring. Right now, I think I'm going to go try out one of the bhang lassis, yogurt drink that Indians love. Bhang is weed. It's legal here because one of the old Indian gods, Shiva, apparently liked using it, so it's protected and legal for religious reasons, which is handy for the Indians. I feel like the Western world is going through this whole kind of journey with weed, you know, from the hippie days of the 60s and to it being clamped down on, and, you know, going through various ups and downs, people thinking it's going to be legal, then it's not, and recent times it's kind of getting some backing and it's legal in many states in America. Canada's legalized and it's getting more medicinal legalization. Meanwhile, quietly, places like India, people have been getting high for thousands of years, no problem whatsoever. I'm going to join in the fun. I'm gonna, you know, when in Rome, when in India, get high. That's how they do. I'm gonna be quite sensible with it though. I'm actually gonna meditate on it. You know, I've smoked a fair amount of weed in my time anyway. Smoked, eaten, drank. You know, normally I end up hanging out with friends and chatting or watching funny shit online, you know. Having said that, I've performed stand-up comedy on it as well. I've probably done a fair amount of things, but I never actually managed to meditate on weed. You know, I'm normally doing something. So I thought it would be interesting, as I've been meditating a lot recently, I thought it would be interesting to meditate, because I'm quite familiar with how my mind works right now. They do various strengths, so I'm gonna, you know, be a little bit organized with it, a little bit experimental, as in I'm gonna up the dosage over a few days and just see how it affects my meditation sittings. So who knows, you know, I'm sure, you know, once I get to the strong stages, well, that's what I'm interested in, you know, the strong stages would be cool. It will just be the discipline of sitting there, to be honest, rather than just getting tempted to goof about, you know, oh, let's put YouTube on, or send my hilarious thoughts to someone via WhatsApp voice message. It's normally what I end up doing. But yeah, it'll be interesting just to sit and observe and be mindful. Right, anyway, gonna get out of here now. We'll see you later.